Oh, oh, oh. Got to get the mic. So welcome to another episode of From Success Principles to Properties. This book written by Jack Canfield called The Success Principles changed the way I operate in life, the way I think, the way I act, my beliefs, my perspectives, my point of views, my responses. So I really needed this when I was trying to get in to be an entrepreneur, be successful, get into real estate investing. So I really, where I'm from, the way I was raised, the way you think, just what this type of stuff just wasn't taught. The people around you, your environment just didn't think like this. So, at some point in your life, when you have that gut feeling that you want something better, you have no other choice but to go get it and go find it and create it yourself. So, this book was a part of that process. So, there's 64 principles in this book that build upon each other that will create a powerful foundation for you. So I highly recommend getting the book, reading the book in full. You can get it on Amazon or used bookstores, wherever you want to go do that. In the meantime, I'm on episode 22, and the topic today is practice the rule of five. So first and foremost, go back to episode one, check it out, watch all 21 episodes so you can get caught up. We could discuss everything from goals, vision, affirmation, writing your goals down, being around the right people, just just a lot. 22 episodes, obviously. We're going to 64, so we are 22 on 22 today. I'm going to read verbatim from the book on certain parts, let you know my personal thoughts, how it affected me personally, as well as stories pop in my head about real estate investing. I want to share those stories with you so you can also learn from them, get some insight on the real estate business or as an entrepreneur, also avoid some obstacles. Copy some successes, whatever it may be, whatever you could take from it. I guarantee you'll get at least one nugget out of every episode. So, as always, my name is Mike DelPrete, Executive Director of the Arizona Real Estate Investors Association, and I am just making sure we're live because I always do something crazy in IT. There we go. So I'm just gonna make sure we're good. We're good. We're good. So give us a follow, a subscribe, a like, a comment, whatever you got for me. I'm live. So let me know what you think. Um, so the practice, the rule of five. Success is the sum of small efforts repeated day in and day out. Um, so what Jack says is when him and his partner Mark published the book Chicken Soup for the Soul. So that's obviously a, a huge book known around the world. So that's who this was written by. Um, they said they were so eager and committed to making it the bestseller that we asked 15 best-selling authors, ranging from John Gray, Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, author of Real Moments, the author of The 1 Minute Manager, the author of The Road Less Traveled. These are huge books. They asked for their guidance and advice. We received a ton of valuable information about what to do, how to do it. Next, we visited with book publishing and marketing guru. Um, just these from marketing to publishing. They just received all these great pieces of information and advice from all these different areas of book publishing world at this time. After all the advice and all the questions they asked, they were overwhelmed with the possibilities. They became a little crazy, they say, and we didn't know where to start. Plus, we both had our own businesses to run. So, what this is leading to is first thing that pops in my head is success leaves clues, which we've talked about. Tony Robbins is known for saying that. So what are they doing? They're first and foremost they're just going to people that are already successful and already doing what they want to do, and they just ask them how did they do it, and you just compile all this information and you just do what they did or learn from their mistakes. You can do that in real estate. You go down to a local real estate investing association, right? You find a successful wholesaler, fix and flipper, landlord, interview 5, 10 of them, right? they want to help. Successful people want to give back. They want to share information, right? They want to see you win because someone pulled them up and helped them up. So ask them these questions. They will tell you what they did, and just go do what they did. Don't overthink it, overanalyze it. Think about how you can do it better, how you would do it differently. There was a young gentleman here. We do what's called a call-a-thon. So, part of our marketing in real estate investing is you call directly to homeowners and see if they'd like to sell their house, right? So we have a script written by, the one we share is what from Steve Trang, pro sales rep, pro sales teacher, educator, right, of the real estate disruptors. So he wrote this script that he closes deals with. So this gentleman is supposed to be on the phones making his initial calls and just getting the marbles out of his mouth and trying to figure out, get used to this process of calling homeowners and getting offers out. But everyone's calling, but he's working on a piece of paper. And, what are you doing? Oh, I'm rewriting the script so it sounds the way I would talk. I'm just trying to figure, I think I could change this. I think I could change that. Never called a homeowner in his life, never made a cash offer in his life, but he's trying to change a script that someone that's made millions of dollars in real estate over 15, 20 years lives by, and they're trying to change it, right? So this is exactly what they're doing and talking about. He goes, we sought out the advice of, there's all these names, right? I don't even know who they are. A wonderful teacher who told us if you would go, he goes, one of the pieces of advice they got, if you would go every day to a very large tree, take 5 swings at it with a very sharp axe, eventually, no matter how large a tree, it would eventually have to come down. How very simple and how very true. Out of what we developed, what we have called the rule of 5. This simply means that every day we do 5 specific things that will move our goal towards completion. With the goal of Chicken Soup of the Soul to be New York Times bestseller list, it meant having 5 radio interviews or sending out 5 review copies to editors who might review the book, or calling 5 network marketing companies and asking them to buy the book as a motivational tool for salespeople, or giving a seminar to at least 5 people and selling the book in the back of the room. On some days, we would simply send out 5 free copies to people listed in celebrity publications. People like Harrison Ford, Barbra Streisand, Paul McCartney, Steven Spielberg, Sidney Poitier. As a result of that one activity, I ended up meeting Sidney Poitier at his request, and we later learned that the producer of the television show Touched by an Angel required all the people working on the show to read Chicken Soup for the Soul to put them in the right frame of mind. So that's just by taking those simple actions every day. Simple actions, 5 a day, whatever you can do, right? So sometimes it can be overwhelming when you got these big goals that you're trying to achieve, and you there's so much to do and so much going on. You just start to freeze, right? Analysis paralysis. So let's just break it down. Let's just do 5 things a day, right? We have kids, work. I know we got life, but these are just things that must get done to run your business or gain traction or momentum to move forward. So 5 things a day. What are 5 things? And it's amazing, and it's just must be a law, right? So it's just the more you do towards that goal, like you said, 5 times, hit the axe on the tree 5 times every day, it will fall. Write an offer every single day, you will get a deal, right? So ask people for money, to raise money and be a part of your real estate deals every single day. You will get a referral. So, and we'll touch more on that. One day we sent copies of all the books to all the jurors of the O.J. Simpson trial. A week later, we received a nice letter from Judge Lancito. So this book's a lot older, obviously, right? So, basically, he said the jurors were given the books, and why they were on break, they were reading the books because they didn't have access to TV. So, a lot of news press that was videotaping the jurors on breaks, the book was in the news, so they got all this free publicity. We made phone calls to people who could review the book. We wrote press releases. We called talk shows at 3 a.m. We gave away free copies at our talks. We sent them to ministers. We gave to churches. We did talks at churches, talked at military bases. talked at colleges, schools, companies, visited gift shops, card shops, just gave away the book, or, so we even got gas stations, bakeries, restaurants to sell the book. It was a lot of effort, a minimum of 5 things a day, every day, day in and day out for 2 years. Okay, so look at what sustained effort can do. Was it worth it? Yes. The book eventually sold 8 million copies in 39 languages. Did it happen overnight? No. We did not make a bestseller list until over a year after the book came out, but it was a sustained effort of the rule of 5 for over 2 years that led to success. One action at a time, one book at a time, one reader at a time. Slowly over time, each reader told another reader, and eventually, like a slow building chain letter, the word was spread and the book became a huge success. So, one thing at a time. There's a lot of different ways I could take this. When we took over here at the Arizona Real Estate Association, when I took over as executive director about 2.5 years ago, there was no social media presence. It was word of mouth and email marketing. So we had to create our presence on all social media platforms: YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, X, whatever it is now. Uh, LinkedIn, you name it, we went on everything. Um, and we started posting every single day, right? Then we started posting twice a day. Then we started posting 3 times a day, right? And then now we start going live, right? Now we're doing short form, long form, right? And we're still trying to figure it out. We're still trying to be better. We're still trying to make something of it. I don't know what the answer is, right? But I do know we new members come in. People say they saw us on Instagram. So if someone comes in and says, "Hey, we heard about you on Instagram," and they join and become a member, or even if they don't become a member, they absorb our knowledge and participate in our networking events, and they do something in real estate to help their lives. That's a win, right? So, but to kind of give something more tangible, probably about 3-4 months ago, we had a post. It's not even viral, right? But we had one post that we posted on all 5 platforms, 6 platforms, and it hit 382,000 views. Okay, so our views are in the hundreds or the low thousands, right? So for going for 2.5 years of posting every single day, thinking about what to post, creating content, scheduling, posting live, whatever it is, and for it to finally hit, or at least get a big viewership, at least on one post, it was amazing, right? So, but it took 2.5 years for one post to hit 382,000. So, it's just part of the process, right? So, who knows what? So you start slowly seeing, bearing fruit, right? Reaping what you sow over time. So that, especially in real estate investing, this is a long game. You're planting seeds, you're watering them, you're letting them get a little bit of sun, and you just do it nonstop. So let me see what else other stories we have here. This is a very short, actually, chapter, so you get the idea, right? So constant action, 5 things a day that get you closer to your goal consistently over time. And yes, you're going to have to test and tweak. And, if something, you're just hitting a roadblock and nothing's working, yes, you got to have that entrepreneurial, that problem solving, how do I do better? How do I get around it kind of attitude? But you can't stop. So I'll give you a couple stories. My mentor, so when it comes to raising money, my mentor would say 5 yeses a day keeps poverty away. And what can that be? That could be writing offers. That could be asking for help. We were taking that around the idea of, he was teaching me how to raise money. And there's one simple question that I literally probably ask every day, more often in the past, when I was starting my business, but now it's, have you ever considered getting involved in real estate investing? Right? Just ask anybody and everybody, have you ever considered getting involved in real estate investing? They're going to say yes, or they're going to say no. He just basically said, say that 5 times a day. Friends, family, colleagues, strangers, networking, you name it. it's going to strike, it's an icebreaker. It strikes up a conversation. No, I haven't. Why not? And they'll tell you why, right? And then you'll start to see how they're not educated in real estate, or they don't truly understand it. And maybe you could be that person that takes them down that road. Or they say, yes, I'm doing it, or I'm looking into it. Oh, me too. This is what I do. Maybe that leads down a road along of building a relationship. So, um, 5 yeses a day keeps poverty away. Same concept as this book, right? Um, another another story along those lines. There's obviously you may have heard of Dean Graziosi. You know, when I was growing up in the real estate world, he's a real estate education. He's an educator, guru type teacher, and follow him on the internet. Be in his forums on his website. He has pretty cool forums, a lot of networking going on. So he's probably one of the biggest educators, infomercials, wholesale teachers, book writers in the world. Now he's friends with Tony Robbins. They do their different type of education now. But at this time, I owned a hair salon, and I was new to wholesaling, maybe 2 years, 3 years into it. And what happened was I came to find out one of our hairstylists in our salon has been cutting hair for 18 years at that time, and he cuts Dean's hair. So I found out Dean was actually coming into our salon, and my office was in the salon as well. So, everyone told me that, hey, this guy Dean, he does real estate. I was like, what? So it was pretty amazing. So one day, I caught him on leaving the salon, right? And I kind of planned it out. I saw him in there. I was like, yo, I'm gonna meet this guy, and I'm gonna ask him some questions. We're gonna hit it off. You have this thought in your mind, right? How great it's gonna go. So, but you're just excited in general. And I had, and I also didn't really know what to say or how it would, I didn't know how it was truly gonna go. But you had your intentions. So he comes out, and I'm just like, hey, Dean, hey, Mike here, whatever. I own the salon. My wife. I know Miguel. Oh yeah, hey, what's up, Mike? Hey, how you doing? Yeah, man, I heard about you. All that type of stuff. Cool. All right, awesome. Hey, man. Hey, basically what I said was, hey, I'm trying to go down your route and do what you did. You know what I'm saying? I'm always flipping houses, wholesaling. I'd love to be an educator like yourself and kind of, go down that road. I was like, any advice, anything I should do? You know what I mean? That was my shot to ask him something, right? And I'm sitting there, he's like, yeah, yeah. And he's literally behind him. He had just bought a pearl white, brand new Range Rover. They're telling me he paid like $100,000, $120,000 for it. Bought it on the internet, whatever. So I'm seeing Dean, this figure in the real estate world that you look up to. You find out he's in your salon. You're standing in front of him, asking him a question in front of this awesome car, and you're like, he's just gonna tell me everything I need to know and whatever, and everything's gonna be wonderful. He goes, oh man, Mike, keep at it. Like if you ever heard him, he has kind of like a little squeakier voice, whatever. He's like, just keep at it, Mike. Keep at it. And I was like, oh, okay. And I'm thinking like I'm gonna have like scrolls coming down with all this brilliant information. He's like, keep at it. Hey man, I gotta go. And he left. I'm sitting there like, what just happened? In my head, I'm just like, what? That's it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I set myself up for thinking something bigger was going to happen. I didn't know what to expect. So I kind of had a chip on my shoulder. That's where my mentality was at that time. I was like, Hollywood talk. That's what we call it. Like, if you've ever been to Hollywood or had the opportunity to be in those type of rooms in music business or whatever, just yeah, let's do this. Listen, oh yeah, you're great. It's all BS. So it's like I took it like that. I was like, keep at it, whatever. Moving on. I gotta go. All right, cool. That ruined my dream there of how I thought that was gonna go. So either way, move on with life, right? Keep going. So I'm still in the business, and maybe like 3 years later. So I'm in the business maybe 6 years now, 7 years. So met him like 3 years in. 3 years later goes by, whatever. And at this time, I had closed a really big deal, and I'm sitting in my office, and I'm just pondering and thinking, like, wow, this is amazing, man. And I started thinking, like, all the long nights, man, working 50 hours a week and then having a family and a young son and mortgages and sacrificing. And I had a weird schedule from 2 to 11. So it was from getting ready and go driving an hour. It was like 12 to 12, right? So it's like never saw my family. Then in that time, that spare extra time, I had to put out bandit signs, do marketing, write direct mail, make phone calls, learn the business, network, and just figure it out, So you're thinking about that. Then I had a business partner, and that didn't end well. There was lawsuits, there was legals, there were attorneys. Then there was times where there's months I didn't make any money, and you start getting nervous. Like, do I got to go get a job? There's just all these ebbs and flows and ups and downs over the years. And then here I am 6 years later in the business, still never went back to a job, still doing well in the real estate business, about to cash one of the biggest checks I had at that time. And I was like, how did I do this? And then Dean's voice just popped in my head, man. Keep at it. Keep at it, Mike. Keep at it. I was like, holy shit, I was like, he was right. Whether he was being Hollywood or he's just being 100% authentic. My perspective, who I was at that time, didn't understand. I just didn't know what I didn't know, and I took it as a chip on my shoulder and as a negative response. But looking back, it was probably one of the best pieces of advice I've ever got in my life. Keep at it. And I was like, man, and here I am another 6 years later, right? Run the largest real estate investing association in the country, right? Wanted to be that bigger educator. I'm not by any means near Dean, but I'm on my way, right? So, because I'm keeping at it, and this ain't easy. Running a business, flipping houses, and running this at 2,000 members, it's not easy, man. So, keep at it. Rewind this and watch it, listen to it again. Just keep at it. So that's 5 yeses a day. Do 5 actions every day towards your goal, right? Keep them in line, stay focused. 5 things. Another, like I said, have you ever considered getting involved in real estate investing? I asked that to 5 people every day, and I started raising money for my business to do deals with other people's money. 100% financing, 100% of acquisition, 100% of rehab renovations, right? No banks, no 25% down, no credit checks because of other people's money, because I was asking that question every single day, right? Think about offers, right? They say, I bring this up all the time. But because of analyzing deals and writing offers is one of the highest income generating activities you could be doing. Someone in your business needs to be writing offers. You need to have money, access to money, and then you need to be writing offers so you have profitable deals to buy. So if they say on average it's between, every wholesaler is different, or Robert Kiyosaki would say evaluating 100 deals that are for sale and writing 100 offers will get you one good one. So if you wrote 5 a day, and you could easily find 5 houses for sale a day, 5 times 365 days in a year, that's 1,825 offers. Just making some random numbers up right now. So you 5 offers a day for a year, 1,825 offers. Now divide that by 100, because it takes 100 offers to get a good deal. And there's more to it, right? Follow-ups and all that, right? So that's 18 deals. 18 transactions. So here at AZREIA, we poll our members. If you're in the wholesale world, the average wholesale fee is around 15. It was like 14,600. So 18 deals times 15,000. That's $273,000 a year. Does that work for you? Everyone's different. What if it was 18 fix and flips and you made $40,000 a deal times 40? 18 times 40. 1, 2, 3. 720. Does that work for you? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Right? You get it. You don't need to do nothing, right? Like all this. You obviously need to educate yourself and network and get around the right people, right? So, but if you just focused on writing offers and writing 5 offers a day and asking 5 people if they ever consider getting involved in real estate investing, if you did those 2 things, you could either have a house to flip or wholesale. If you're a flipper and you're like, you know what, I can't really, I don't want to flip this house, but there's some margin there. Maybe you can make a $5,000-$10,000 wholesale fee, right? If you're a wholesaler, you saw the numbers. Maybe some of those you could take down and flip yourself. So you're always talking to people. When you're asking, have you ever considered getting involved? You're going to either raise the money or you're going to find cash buyers. And if you're writing 5 offers a day, whether it's on MLS, for sale by owners, wholesalers, your own marketing, there's no excuse. You will do a deal. And let's just say this. You do one deal. So you do all that and you get one deal. You just proved it works. You proved the concept, right? You're going to fail. You're going to learn. You're going to make mistakes, and you're just going to perfect those and make them better and not repeat those mistakes, which is going to make you smarter, stronger, more experienced, more confidence. It's all good. Like you only get good. By failing, you only get better. So 5 a day, 5 steps towards your goal every day. I'm on this kick I'm doing 64 episodes, right? I'm going to fill the Grand Canyon with content. I'm doing 100 guest interview podcasts. I'm on number 7, doing 1 to 2 a day. I'm doing 64 episodes of this Jack Canfield book, right? We're on episode 22. The AZREIA show, we're on episode 120, right? So it's like, I don't know where this is going, but it's going to get me something. I'm getting an opportunity. It makes it all well worth it. I've gotten referrals from these videos on deals. I bought houses because I've been on the internet just doing what I'm doing. You can do the same. This is free. I guarantee you have time at your house just to talk, get on social media and talk once a day. So either way, take this how you want to take it. Whatever your goal is in life, whether it's real estate or not, just pick 5 things right now and do it every day. So if you're in Arizona, if you're interested in investing in real estate in Arizona, come to the Arizona Real Estate Investors Association, AZREIA.org, AZREIA.org. Either look up AZREIA or the Arizona Real Estate Investors Association, all social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, mainly. We're on LinkedIn, everything. Like I said, subscribe to YouTube. Leave us a comment. What's up, Pedro? Well, thanks for always being here, man. Really appreciate that. So follow us on social media, but come get the education, come get the networking, meet the people, right? So like I said, if you're looking to invest in Arizona or just invest in general, it's all the same information, right? Just except if you learn from us here at AZREIA and you live in a different state, you might just have some different rules or laws. Some things might work a little different, but go check out AZREIA in your city. But if you're anything to do with Arizona, we got you covered. We have contractors, we have property managers, we have lenders, we have title companies. Anything you need to build your real estate investing team, we have a place for you to start, right? We highly recommend our vetted business associates, but you don't have to use them. The people in the room, new people to veterans. You could have one person next to you that never closed a deal and another person next to you that has 500 rentals. You just don't know. You got to talk to the people. The second Monday of every month is our big event at Venue 8600 in Scottsdale. January 8th, Monday night, is wholesaling panel of pros cashing in on a slow market. So we're going to talk about wholesaling. I have 4 of the biggest wholesalers in the state, if not maybe the country, on our panel. Brent Daniels, Steve Trang, Novation King, and Ramon Martinez. So they are going to be sharing what they're doing and to be successful in wholesaling real estate in January 8th. So go to AZREIA.org. You could stream or you could show up live. So that's what I got for you today for episode 22. Tomorrow we are going to break down principle number 23, exceed expectations. That's one of my favorite sayings. So I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for being here. That's all I got.